comments from Coach Quinn?
Well, we just couldn't overcome a horrific start, really, is what this came down to. I don't know if anybody in this room was surprised at the start. I certainly wasn't. I wasn't surprised at their tenacity, at their determination. I was surprised at our lack of both of those things. But they won every loose puck battle. There was zero pushback from us. I thought as the second period went on, we started pushing back and started establishing a little bit of offensive zone time and getting some chances. And basically, I felt we played 30 minutes of hockey. And in this league, you cannot do that, especially against a team like that. And they showed why they were preseason #1 in our league. And, I thought our goalie was great early, and I thought their goalie was great late. And we just had a couple of costly turnovers and ended up in the back of our net, and we couldn't get the second one by Gilly. So, frustrating, but I cannot say I was surprised at what happened in the first period. I was hoping it wouldn't happen. I was hoping we weren't going to let human nature take over, but I was not surprised at their effort and the way they competed.
What's the mood like in that locker room starting guys?
They're frustrated, but I think they understand that we've got to put this behind us and learn from it and get ready to play next Friday night. I was hoping we'd win all 34, but it's not going to happen. So I'd rather learn a lesson in early November than in late February or early March. So hopefully we learn the lesson today.
With your team being so young, is this a case of maybe thinking these guys are going to come out pretty hard and like, well, let's wait and see what they're going to do instead of getting into it?
Yeah, I'm sure that was some of it, but I think even experienced teams, if you look at the history of our league, we play back-to-back the same team. I don't care what the records are. You win Friday night, I bet you can look at games of past. That team that loses Friday night probably has a great period on the first period Saturday. And we weathered the storm from a score standpoint. We didn't weather the storm with the way the period went and the way we played. So without question, we just didn't match. Again, human nature. You lose, and there's that urgency, there's that determination that you are not going to be denied, and they weren't denied in the first 20 minutes. We were denied over and over and over again, and I thought early in the second they were still controlling the play, but I thought we slowly started to get our legs under us and win some battles and get pucks to the net and do the things we need to do to have success. And too little, too late.
It's really a small sample size this one. You guys have a bit more successful scoring goals than you have. Anything to do with the size of the rink? You guys strain a little bit, not being as direct at home as they are on the road.
I don't know. We got 11 one night. We got 6 another night. Scored 40-something shots on Michigan State. Goalie played well. Got 3 on Michigan. Had shots in the high 30s. Had chances. If we weren't getting chances, I'd be concerned. But we had plenty of chances to tie the game up. And we just weren't able to. Lucky bounces are created by consistently going to the net and doing the right thing. And if you go to the net 7 times, as opposed to going to the net 25 times, you're not going to get a bounce. So we started doing things that were needed to do to be productive offensively as the game went on, but that's just not enough in our sport. You have to do it for 60 straight minutes, and we didn't do it, but obviously we got better as the game went on, and the shots would indicate that. We had 17 shots in the first period and 16 total in the second and third, so that's a positive. We were able to shake the cobwebs off and put forth a pretty good effort for 30 minutes for the most part. But that's, like I said, that's not enough in this league, and I'm not concerned about scoring goals at home because I think we will. I just think it's coincidental to this point.
Could a result like this give your team a little bit more purpose in practice leading to the game against BC on Friday night?
Well, we had a great week of practice, so that really hasn't been an issue so far. Actually, the worst practice of the year was the one we had before Michigan State. So we had a great week of practice, and it showed Friday night. But again, human nature kicked in. Again, I don't think it's just because we're young. I just think that happens to a lot of college teams. You win Friday night and win the way we did. I knew what aside. I mean, you win a game like you did last night, you wonder, were we that good or were they that bad? And it's usually probably a little bit of both. And so I knew they were going to amp up their game, and I was hoping we were going to match our effort last night and maybe even turn it up a notch, but we didn't until maybe 10 minutes into the second period.
Coach, I'm a little late to the party. I don't know if you answered this question, but did you have can you characterize what you told them in the first intermission? What was the mood in the room?
Well, they were, when you get bombarded like that, it's a little demoralizing, and we just, I just talked about it. I said, hey, if I had to bet the next 5 years of my salary what was going to happen on the first 20 minutes tonight, I would have won a lot of money because, I mean, you could just see it, like I said, I mean, I've seen that enough where, a good team that loses the way they did on Friday night comes back with a vengeance. And we just weren't able to match it. We just talked about, this league comes down to 1 point from first to third, or second to fifth, and every year, every team sits around when this regular season ends and says to themselves, God, I wish I had that game back in October when we played Providence and played great on Friday night and just laid a stinker on Saturday night. And I just said, don't let that happen. Don't let that be part of the conversation. I liked how we pulled it together, and I liked how we not only made a game of it, I really felt like at one point we were going to tie it.